people. We're just gonna do a quick sound check, make sure everything's all good. Sound good?
You're good.
Okay, awesome. Welcome back, everybody, to the Carmela Show, the aftermath of being cured by cannabis. I'm so excited to be back with you guys on my talk 46 now. This is so exciting. And then still continuing on my part 4 of my Thankful for Cannabis and Fuck Big Pharma, okay? So it's going to be an exciting show, and I'm going to try and get through more of it. I was looking through ahead and being like, oh my gosh, there's still so much to go. So I'm going to try and just jump right into it and get going. But of course, we're going to start with our L strain of the day because I need my doobies. So happy 420 to you all. And I wasn't as late today, right? I was so excited. And I worked today and everything. It was amazing. Alrighty. Whew. Okay. So my L strain of the day, amazing doobie that he has rolled for me. And okay, so we didn't get to go, like, we both had to work today, and we didn't get a chance to run out to Dirty Darts, where we love to get our weed from. But so he was like, oh, so I had to go to the stupid government store. So he's like, you could say that. I was like, okay. Not impressed. Okay. So anyway, so we had to get something, but anyway. So I have something to smoke for my L strain of the day, and it is called Insane in the Membrane, and super cute. So it's like INZANE in the membrane. Insane. Like, it's insane, but it's insane. It's gonna be fun. Okay, and it's a beautiful button, so I can't wait to dance her up right here and be like, yeah. And my tiger's there for me to like pet as I go. My tiger sweater, I love it. Anyway, okay, not distraction. So, Insane in the Membrane, we have got strain highlights are feelings of energetic, talkative, uplifted. He knows me so well. Negative, dry mouth, anxious, dry eyes, and that's why I always have something to drink with me. And then helps with stress, depression, and anxiety. It is a way more energizing than calming, and then pretty much in the half to a little bit higher than half of the range of the THC level. Sativa. Steve. Does it say that on here, sativa? Not really. So you're letting me know that. Thank you. Oh, it does say at the top. Sorry, I missed that. So sativa, 18% THC, and then CBG is 1%. I'm not sure what that is.
This stuff's actually 29%.
Oh, okay. So he looks on Leafly to find the closest thing to give you guys an idea of what I'm going to be smoking for the night. So, but he said on the bag it says a 29% THC, so that's really, really cool. And then, so sativa, if you haven't heard other shows before, and the difference between sativas and indicas, is your indica is like in the couch. So you're like in the couch, chill, relax, like super relaxed. And the sativa is a lot more energizing, and you like go, and everything. And just, I always really liked a sativa when I was going through, before I was cured by cannabis, I was going through so much pain and anxiety and just so much other stuff. But it would help with my anxiety, or help with my depression and my stress and all that. And it would calm the pain enough, but keep me energized so I could still do things I wanted to get done. Because I'm like, I was already bedridden all the time before. And so to smoke an indica, I would be like more bedridden. So like, I didn't want that. And I always wanted to get up and do things. I was so creative and just like, well, I still am, but you know, I just want to go. So I love sativas for that reason. And then at night when I'm done my day and I'm at the end of my day, like, yes, an indica is so perfect for that, because then it just calms you down and relaxes your brain and relaxes your body, mind, and soul. Like, it's so perfect and beautiful for that. So sativa, really fun. It says, regarded as a high-yielding, potent powerhouse from Ethos Genetics, Insane in the Membrane is a sativa with mysterious genetics. Frosty lime green buds are covered in orange pistils and put off a loud lemon citrus aroma that blasts through the bag. That's so fun. I love that. Great for any connoisseur of cerebral highs. This strain will get you moving. I love that. See, I was just saying I'd love to get moving, and I love the connoisseur of cerebral highs. That's a great thing. Did you read that? That's so cute.
I literally got that
Yeah, he just got it minutes ago for me. I was like, babe, I need something. Like, I literally, like, I got off work and then picked him up from work and then picked up kiddo because she was, like, hanging out at the mall with her friends and stuff. So, like, 1, 2, 3, boom, 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 and home for my show. It was so fun. Anyway, so, yeah, that's really exciting. And then we have got, so we have the feelings of energetic, talkative, uplifted, negatives, dry mouth, anxious, dry eyes. And then the insane in the membrane strain flavors, we've got lemon, lime, and citrus. Very exciting. So I'm going to pull through that because the dry pull always tastes different than a smoke pull. Mmm.
Nice, eh?
Very. Mmm. You know what? That's funny because it actually tastes like my tea. So I brought my tea to talk about a little bit with you guys. So I've been making this new kind of tea because I've done some research a little bit and then heard some stuff and blah blah blah. But I heard that like you're not like, and I've been told this too. Like you're not supposed to take anything pink grapefruit, like drink pink grapefruit juice, eat a pink grapefruit, nothing to do with pink grapefruit when you're on certain medications. So I was like, huh, that's kind of interesting. So now that I'm like cured by cannabis and healthy and good, I was like, I wonder if pink grapefruit will like help push out toxins in my body and like things that were like from that hormone drug that I was on, that Lupron, which I want to bring in just for a second later on and just mention something about that. So I'll put that handy. But pink grapefruit. So I've been making like, so instead of having like hot water and lemon and like a bit of honey or whatever, I do hot water and pink grapefruit and like sliced up in little tiny pieces so you can get as much like juice out of it as possible. And then I would save my seeds because they're very rare when you find them. But anyway, and so yeah, so I've been doing this pink grapefruit tea, and I sometimes add my like red clover blossoms or something. And then recently I've got 2 beautiful huge basil plants, and I have them in my living room now. So as I walk past them, sometimes the odd leaf falls off and stuff. So I'm always like, oh, basil, like I should use basil in like a lot more things because it has a lot of health benefits. And one day I should, do a talk about basil because I remember finding a bunch of stuff about it and being just blown away by the benefits of basil. But anyways, that's a whole other talk. I've got like 3 talks in advance of like things I want to talk about and tell you guys and like go into, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I need to finish this one. Like this, I'm on part 4 and we're nowhere near the end of the tunnel. So fun. Anyway, so my tea, pink grapefruit, very fun to mix that with hot water instead of lemon or like, anything else kind of that you're doing for a tea. It's just kind of a fun switch up. And I've honestly, in my life, like of 33 years, never heard anyone else say anything about pink grapefruit tea. So anyways, I don't know if I'm a little crazy, but it tastes really good in my opinion. I like a hint of bitter in my world of instead of sweet or salty. Like I like salty here and there. Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of sweet things as much, but I love a bitter thing. Like, so I like black coffee flavor. I like, a bitter thing, which is a citrus bitter, which would be pink grapefruit. And so anyways, really good. So then I added a few basil sprigs and just boom, like it's a whole new tea, and like it's just amazing. So I've been drinking that at work. And I like steep it all day long, and then when I get home, I drink it cold as like an iced tea. And so it's like, I don't know, it's just been really fun and amazing. And I'm just like, this is so cool. Like, is anyone else drinking pink grapefruit? It is so fun. And then my face, I know I'm wearing full face makeup right now, because I had to work today and I wanted to come home and be all ready for my show. And with my amazing lighting, I like to have full face makeup on. But honestly, if I didn't have full face makeup on, I just have a bit of like color discoloration in my skin versus like sores all over my face. So like I've actually been watching back through my shows of different ones and all that. And I was watching back through like, back like 31, 32, 33 of the talks. And then all the way up to like, now, which I'm at 46. So I was looking at my face and it was like worse and then better and then better, all the way to now. And I was like, oh my gosh, like my hair is longer and my face looks amazing. And like this talk 46, like I'm just like doing amazing right now. Like my face is so good because I've been fighting for years to get my face to do better. So I'm like, this is a pink grapefruit. Like, what? I don't know. Like, it's interesting because I cut out coffee for like a couple days and I was like, I can't do this. Like, I can't have no coffee. Like, I love coffee. I need it. Anyways, I don't need it. Like, I'll live, But anyways, so I did cut out coffee for a few days. And then, I just, went back into it and like cut out drinking for a few days and still like have a drink, the odd evening after work, like later in the evening to like sit and sew for a bit and I'll have my drink. But yeah, so I'm like just trying to figure it out. I'm like, well, I haven't really cut massive things out, but I've added something new, which is this pink grapefruit world of mine. And I've been doing it for like, I don't know, like a week or two off and on of different days and stuff like that. So it's kind of sporadic. But I don't know, like, I mean, if they are literally like fucking BiG PharMa being like, don't take pink grapefruit because like it expels like the drug that we just freaking gave you. Like, because it says that somewhere in Bill's book. I remember reading that in this book that he lent me. And it was saying about if you have too much of like a reaction or something to THC or cannabis, to take pink grapefruit because it will help expel it quickly or something like that, and it would help like bring everything back to normal. And I was like, wow, that's really interesting. Is that why? And then I started like one thing after another thinking about it backwards of like when the doctors were always telling me that don't take pink grapefruit and blah blah. Anyway, so yeah, really exciting. But yeah, this is all like the other citruses apparently. So the strain flavors being lemon, lime, citrus. Maybe it's pink grapefruit too because I taste that, and that's kind of where I'm going with that dry pull I did. Is I taste pink grapefruit and my basil tea a little bit, and that basil-y too is like one of the mercy or the terpenes that is in some of them is a basil-y flavor kind of terpene. Yeah, it's so tasty. I love that. Okay, so then Insane in the membrane strain helps with 26% of people said it helps with their stress, and 25% of people said it helps with their depression. Very exciting. And then here we are with the terpene. So the most abundant terpene in the Insane in the membrane is myrcene, followed by limonene. Limonene. It's limonene, by the way. It's I was like, I call it limonene, but it's limonene, like with an N. And so, yeah, so limonene and then caryophyllene. Oh yeah, and so cute watching back through my old shows how I couldn't pronounce the word caryophyllene, and I'm trying so hard. So now I've got it down. Caryophyllene. It's very exciting. Okay, so I'm gonna pause for a sec on that myrcene one, and maybe I'll light it at the same time here too. Okay, because I really like my chewy. Yeah, that tastes exactly like my tea that I'm drinking, like pink grapefruit and basil flavor, like. Yeah, like so close. What? Like that's so weird. Like it's the same. Like that somebody dipped the doobie. Cute. Yep, it tastes exactly the same. That's crazy. Cool. Okay, so I put my man's amazing business card, lead grower of Zero High, into my terpene area so I could read this for you guys. So myrcene contributes to sedative effect of strong indicas. So this one's a sativa, right? But if it's an indica, and then sleep and muscle relaxant, then also found in hops. So that's interesting. But so the limonene one, it says it treats acid reflux, anti-anxiety, antidepressant, and then also found in the citrus. And then the beta-caryophyllene one is the anti-inflammatory and analgesic and protects cell linings in the digestive tract. Really cool. That's interesting. Huh. Also found in black pepper. It helps protect those cell linings in the digestive tract. Okay, future research for Carmela, because I love crazy fun research and anything to do with my health and me getting better from like where I was and where I am now. Like, oh my gosh, it's been so amazing, and I just love the more I research and the more I be my own doctor and learn myself, like what is going on and what should I do here and how is this working for my body, and you know, yeah, it's just been a beautiful journey. So lighting up, happy 420 to you all. Love you all so much. Thanks for joining my show, and let's go. Oh, look at his shirt. Isn't it so cute? Oh, Fent for Goda. Oh, yeah, it's so cute. He's like, that's how I feel some days. But yeah, it's so fun off Temu. You know, cute little things off Temu. I don't know if you can see my ring. The one ring that's behind the other ring. I'll turn this ring around. But yeah, I got this ring off Temu. It's like a teapot and a teacup. Oh, the light is so bright. There we go. Yeah, like a teapot and a teacup, and it's so cute. And it's honestly, it works like for me, like all day long. Like it's not that uncomfortable. I wear it at work. Like it doesn't really get caught on stuff. Like it's so cute. I love it. Anyway, okay, I'm getting more. I'm gonna lose my scarf here. Ah. Okay, so yeah, as I was saying about, I don't know, I was saying something about that I wanted to bring in this stupid drug that I was on. But anyways, the Lupron that I was on before, I've done a bunch of research about that and how they give you that if you've got endometriosis for whatever reason, because it does way more than like balance your hormones. It doesn't balance your hormones. It changes your hormones completely, 100%. So like, this one little part I happened to catch as I was like writing out my notes for tonight and just like gathering everything, getting all ready. And I was like, what? No way, like I can't believe that this is in here. So let me just find that, so I've talked a lot about how I lost my tits because of the stupid drug I was on. It was like turning me into a man. So it literally says here the side effects of like GnRH, like, you know, gene changing, basically hormones and stuff. Let's see, low testosterone levels, low estrogen levels, such as hot flashes, sexual dysfunction, vaginal atrophy, penile atrophy, osteoporosis, infertility, and diminished sex-specific physical characteristics. So, like, what? Like, this is crazy. Like, anyway, so yeah, and then that's how, on there, that's how I found out that the use of it, so they use it for fertility medicine, prostate cancer, breast cancer, this other thing I can't pronounce, endometriosis, uterine fibroids, something else I can't pronounce, precocious puberty, transgender people, chemical castration, and paraphilias, which is pedophiles, and then sex offenders. So, I'm sorry, why am I categorized into this whole world of horrific people, and I'm this one little girl is going through endometriosis and suffering from period pain, which I have now learned is from lactose, from some cheese. So I ate some cheese, so now you're suddenly categorizing me as a sex offender, a pedophile, and needing a chemical castration now? Like, and turn me into a dude? Like, I'm sorry. Fuck Big Pharma.
They were just trying to turn you into more of a client.
Yeah, turning me more into a client. But yeah, Big Pharma is not your healer, they're your dealer. Okay? Like, this is fucked up, people. Are you not seeing, like, the big picture here? Like, it's just the amount of stuff that I've been told to what I have learned with my own self is blowing my mind as to what the fuck. How much have I been lied to? Like, what more have I been lied to? I just keep finding out more things. Like, oh, it's flat. Like, what is happening? Oh my gosh. So yeah, like, when I read that, I was like, why are you prescribing me this? Like, I don't need this. I have a boyfriend. I like him. I want to keep liking him. I don't want to lose my libido. Like, what is happening? So, like, oh my gosh. Like, anyway, so reading that, like, explains a lot as to why I'm like, cured by cannabis, fuck Big Pharma. Okay, so he just sent me a meme. We've got our moderator Al in the background. Thanks, Al. We love this.
Facebook.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So let's see if I can show this. I'll pop it up here if it doesn't work very well. I'll protect or hide from the light. How do I block the light here? Let me see. I'll just turn my light. Oh, there goes my little dude. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, it basically said it's a picture of a doctor and a mother holding her baby, and the doctor's saying he's perfectly healthy, or she goes, he's perfectly healthy. He goes, I agree. So let's vaccinate him and get him started on a lifetime of medical treatments. What is happening? Like, even just vaccinating your baby, why? Like, stop. Like, you know, no, like, let them eat dirt and play in the mud, and like, that is how we all got healthy. That is how we built our immune systems. This is how, like, we lived as human beings for years and years and years. We're fine. Like, you know, Big Pharma waltzed in and got rid of I was gonna say medical marijuana and cannabis all at the same time. Cannabis. Big Pharma took cannabis away because they knew how much it was working. They knew how much it helped us. They knew how much we all have an endocannabinoid system, which is built for cannabis, and we all work together, and that is how we heal. And they knew that, and they took that out, and they were like, oh my gosh, it's illegal. And now you have to take our stupid medications and pharmaceuticals, which is like a form of like witchcraft in a level of like craziness. What'd you say?
Part of the petroleum industry, that's what they outlawed hemp.
Part of the petroleum industry. That's why you're not allowed to grow hemp?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Wow. So yeah, really messed up, and this is why I do my show. This is why I say there's another way. There is an alternative to the stupid fuck big pharma industry of their bullshit lies, and they're like, oh, take this. Oh, take this. Oh, sorry, you have another side effect? Well, take this. Oh, you have another problem? Well, take this. There's never... He's saying anal leakage in the background. Because, yes, that's a side effect of some drugs. Like, it's fucked up. Like, what? Why are you taking that? Why are you listening to your doctor? It sounds fucked up. Maybe it is. Like, anyway. Whew. Okay. So, anyway, that's my Alice trend of the day and my Alice comments for the Oh, it's so cute. Okay. So, yeah, really good doobie. This is awesome. Very talkative and so exciting. And, yeah, I wanted to show my titties again because I'm like, yay, they're coming back because hopefully my pink grapefruit tea and then Bill's amazing tinctures, and look at what I had to go through of that crazy drug of them literally removing sexual characteristics from my body. Oh, I have to laugh from keep from crying. Like, I have to. Like, it is fucked up. Okay. So, I will get into my next bit here a little in a second. I just wanted to mention a couple things. So when before I was cured by cannabis and I was literally going through so much hell and back, I did a lot I could, like as much as I could, to try and still have a job or work or stuff like that. And I was told over and over, like, you know, basically, you know, like, well, on my ROE, I was talking to my coworker today about it, but anyways, just on so many ROEs in my past, I have had like unreliable, undependable, like, you know, and I was just like, what? Like, and it was all I figured out later because of my health. And I was like, you can't do that. That's like illegal. Like, that's demeaning to me as a character, as my resume. And every time like they look up any information, like unreliable, undependable, like because I had my period pain, like what? Like, anyway, so it was so upsetting to me all the time, and just like trying to keep a job and trying to hold down a job and then just let go for reasons that didn't make sense. And like this one was just like, here you go, here's your severance, just don't come back tomorrow. And I was like, but what? Like, you know, I just did my 5 months probation. Like, and they were like, it's just office policy. Like, and just kept sliding me. Like, and I was like, what is happening? So anyways, over time, figured out that, oh, my health was literally wrecking my job world. And yeah, like I got to a point where I couldn't work, and then, you know, had to do some other stuff that for work, like, you know, just to survive. It was crazy. And so to be able to, today, I actually was supposed to have the day off, and then my coworker called me, or my boss, my manager, she's been moved up recently, but yeah, she called me and she was like, are you able to work today? My other staff member was supposed to be in, she called in sick. I was like, no problem, I can do that as long as I'm off for my show. And she was like, no problem, I just need you for a few hours. I was like, okay. Anyway, so it was really crazy because I was like, for once, I was like, yes, I'm the reliable one. I'm the dependable one. You can rely on me. Like, and it felt so good and so amazing. And then, yeah, I went to work and literally worked in heels. Like, that's why I have my heels here. I literally have amazing blue suede shoes, like Elvis. Anyway, I don't think he had heels though, but I have the pumps. So anyway, yeah, my blue suede shoes. And I lasted like a good 2 hours, took them off for like a little bit, and then put them back on at the end of the day. And then, yeah, it was just like really exciting because not only was I reliable, dependable, I was able to come in and cover for somebody else that was sick. I was like, I'm not the sick one. It's not me this time. Like, this is amazing. Like, because it was always me before. Like, and I've even like had to show up at work in so much pain, like throwing up because of the pain, to prove like I'm not lying. I'm sick. Like, I need to go home and I'm in pain. And then they're like, oh, I guess you are sick. You're like throwing out in pain. Like, I'm like, yeah, I'm sick. Like, can I please go home? So yeah, that was a lot in my life. And so now to be that reliable one, that dependable one, where she could literally just in a flash, like can you come in today? I was like, absolutely. Like, I'm there. And I did. And I went in for 4 hours, and it was absolutely amazing and fabulous. Oh, sorry, my filter's falling. What do I do? Yeah, it was great. And I worked in heels, and it was amazing. And then another amazing thing, too, is, like, I don't know, this morning I've just been feeling so appreciated, and it's been really magical and amazing. And I want to share a little bit of my man this morning. Just kind of like, we're outside having a smoke together, and he was like, you know what, I just really appreciate you. You do so much. You work so hard, and then you still come home, and you still clean, and you still make dinner, and you still, like, I don't think I tell you enough. Like, I love you so much. I appreciate you so much. I was like, oh my gosh. He's trying to make me cry, I guess. Like, but it was just so beautiful, and it made me feel so good. And then the moment that my boss let me know that, like, I need you today, I was like, absolutely, I'm there for you. Like, and then still home in time for my show, and, like, still full of energy instead of, like, exhausted by the end of the day. Like, I'm blown away, and I don't know how to say any more than just, if you haven't talked to Bill and got in touch with an amazing cannabis health consultant yourself to discuss what is going on with your body and how cannabis can work with you, because it works with everybody, like, literally, like, oh my gosh, like, I've heard of the odd rare person here or there, like, allergic, so okay, that is a possibility, but other than that, like, we all have an endocannabinoid system. So there's got to be a way for you to take cannabis in some way. Maybe you're allergic to smoking it, but maybe you can take it in tincture form. Like, you know, because it's meant for your body. It's made for you. Like, so what are we missing here? Like, and obviously no wonder why fucking BiG PharMa took it away from us. It makes a lot of sense, because when you start, like, researching a little bit about cannabis and, like, everything it can do and everything it does for you and how it works and how magical the plant alone is, and, like, how you break it apart, and, like, you're just, like, studying different you're like, what is going, this is crazy, like, crazy, the amount of things that cannabis can do for your body. So anyways, that's why I do my show, and that's why I'm telling my story, and that's why when I found from storage, because I've had a storage unit for like 10 years. I found a bunch of stuff in storage, and I was going through it, and some of it had been repacked from a different move again and stuff. So there's stuff mixed from, like, even 5 years ago and stuff. But anyways, came across this stack of papers that was my application to get onto disability in Ontario, and so I had to write an essay basically and explain, like, in my own words, what I'm going through and why I think I should be on disability. Anyway, so when I found this, I was like, oh my gosh, like, this validates my entire show of, like, exactly what I've been saying for my entire show. If you haven't watched my entire show of all the talks that I've done, this is basically in a gist of, like, everything I was going through. I'm trying to tell the freaking government that, like, I need help surviving because I cannot do this on my own, like, because obviously what I'm going through. So anyways, to now, like, not need disability and be absolutely amazing and working on my own and, like, have my own money and my own fun, fun money, even, like, to be able to buy my man stuff and my kiddo stuff and gifts and everything, like, my own. I have these fun pair of pants coming from Temu. I'm so excited about it. Because I'm like, certain things on Temu, they're just so cheap that I'm like, I can't even buy the fabric here for that price and make it myself. Like, so I'm like, it's cheaper. Anyway, but I'm just really excited. I'm excited to, like, have my own, even, like, mini independence back of, like, I'm not saying I don't have my own independence, like, I can do what I want. My man's very supportive. He supports everything I do. It's beautiful. But to have my own, like independence of, I can go buy myself a little tea or coffee or brownie or whatever if I want. I can, like, order something online for myself if I want, or buy some gifts for my friends or my family if I want. Like, because I can, like, because I have the money, I have the know-how and the will, and I was able to go out and get a job and do this and, like, and work again and live again and survive, because I was not, like, I was barely surviving. I was barely getting by. I was barely everything, like, and couldn't even make it to the toilet, not long, work, right? So anyways, yeah, my life was just an upside down whirlwind before, and now it's just amazing. Cured by Cannabis. So I'm gonna have a sip and relight, and then we're gonna jump back into our talk that we've been talking about of this essay I've been reading. And I'm on part 4, and I was trying to hopefully get through the rest of it tonight, but then I looked how far I have to go, because there's 10 pages of this, so we are on page 5. We're at the end of page 5, but still, like, still halfway through, so I don't know if this is going to be into part 8 now. I was hoping to get it done at 5, but we'll see. Anyway, I love you all so much. Thank you for watching and being a part of this journey with me of just telling my story now, because this is just mind-boggling to me. And there we go, I said it. But it's mind-boggling to me that what cannabis can do for your life. Drink. Here we go into the show. And I made a mark for myself for next time. So I was really happy when I found that. I was like, I have no idea where I left off. Oh, wait, here we go. So, I'll try and pick up what I was talking about last time. So I was talking about my TMJ being really rough and how I couldn't even like bite down on a banana. Even like a really ripe banana, it was just too much to close down. Then I was talking about I didn't like no motivation to cook and eat alone, which also led to malnutrition and exacerbating my depression as well. And I was saying, you know, before too about how like I couldn't even eat much when I was eating because the weight of things in me and everything was just too much. So anyways, okay, I think that covers enough. I'm going to try and jump back into here and continue on. So during the week after my period, I am extremely sore and weak, struggling to recover from my period. Weak. There's like way too many words weak in there, but I think it's just one too many. So during the week, like the week of my period, I am extremely sore and weak, like tired, struggling to recover from my period week. So anyway, I was going through a lot, man. Air hug for myself again in the past. My future self is doing so great. Which feels like recovering from surgery. So I'm saying like the week of my period and then the week after my period and all of it is just so extremely sore and weakening to my entire body that it feels like I'm recovering from surgery. Like that's crazy. Like most times this is when my body has a breakout. So we're going to get into this a little bit. I noticed as I read ahead that I'm going to talk about herpes a little bit. And if you have that, do not feel bad. Like, he's like, I've been so stigmatized my whole life, and I'm just like, this is stupid. Like, why am I, like, no, like, there should not be a stigma on it, because herpes is one of 8 viruses of the herpes simplex virus, HSV. And so there's HSV 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Chickenpox and like measles are one of the parts of them, and there's other ones. And then cold sores is like the most popular one of all of them, not genital herpes. Cold sores is, which a lot of people have. So anyways, I've done a whole talk on this. You can go back to my talk number 12, and it's called Breaking the Stigma. And I talk all about that and what I went through and how hard it was, and then how do you live with it, and then what to do and how to avoid it and how to eat better and how to, like, you know, there's ways. But one thing I'm going to add to that, because I do recommend go back and watch Talk 12 and Breaking the Stigma, if you, whether you have it or not, whether you know someone who has it or not, like, just learn about it, like, because a lot of people have it and go through it, and we're so stigmatized and just looked at as like a virus or a plague, like, and you're like, what? I'm still a human being, like, I'm still a person, like, you can't treat me like that, like, anyway. So yeah, do your research about it and learn about it if you don't know about it, because yeah, we shouldn't be judged over it, especially if it was given to you in a way that you didn't ask for it. So like, yeah. So we're gonna get into that a little bit here, and it's gonna be fun. So hang on tight. So So most times this is when my body has had enough and has gone through too much for it to handle, that I would always get a bad herpes breakout. This is so painful to deal with, and I have trouble cleaning myself down there without excruciating pain from the blisters. I've literally had 40 blisters at one time before. It's freaking nuts. Like, you can barely walk. I can barely walk, as the rubbing back and forth makes me cringe with each step. I cannot sit comfortably at all. Yeah, like, there's been times even I've had a breakout, like, on a show and stuff, and I have to, like, be very careful, like, how I sit, because I'm like, oh my god, it's like, it hurts. Like, so yeah, having herpes is, like, not fun, like, you know. So if you know somebody who's got it, like, treat them nice. Like, it hurts. Like, they feel like they're going through a fever at one point. Your back hurts so bad. You, like, severe back pain. It's like even shingles. Like, I've had shingles when I was like 16 years old because it was a very stressful job I was working at. And it's like it was a band across my back, but I remember having like the most excruciating back pain. It was just horrifying. But anyways, yeah, so I have like another version down there, so fun. Anyway, so yeah, I've just learned to live with it and deal with it, and I've had it for over 10 years now. So like, I've been I'm doing pretty good. And my partners along the way, like, and my final partner who I've been with for 5 years, nobody's ever gotten it from me. So, like, I've been very safe and very careful. And there's ways, like, you can be very safe and very careful. And then I've talked to people, they're like, I've never told anybody. I was like, you legally have to. Like, you're told that at the doctor's. Like, you go on a national list and you legally have to tell everybody you have it. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Not everybody. People you get involved with, obviously. Oh my gosh, don't tell everybody. Anyway, I'm telling everybody. Because I'm saying break the stigma. Like, this is crazy. Like, stop judging people over stupid little things that, you know, have nothing to do with, like, is it going to matter in 100 years? No. Like, so let them be. Like, it's going to be fine. Alrighty. So, yeah, it makes me cringe with each step. I cannot sit comfortably at all and need to wear special loose clothes and underwear. When I am trying to sit down, it looks like I'm trying to get comfortable or on a chair full of thumbtacks. That's a great way to describe that. Wow. Any pressure on a sore will send me through the roof. I cannot. Sorry, my kid will walk by. I have to be quiet. I cannot have sex at all, nor pleasure myself, as it is too dangerous for the other person, or also for myself, as it can get worse if it is spread up inside me internally. Because I've had that, and it says this hurts tremendously as if someone was burning the inside of my vagina or rectum with a hot iron rod. Like, yeah, like that was, oh my gosh, like having an internal breakout is like the worst freaking thing that you could ever imagine. Like, it, oh my gosh. And I've had PID before, which is pelvic inflammatory disorder or disease or something like that. Yeah, PID. And if they say if you've had PID, do not get like a Mirena or a IUD put in, because it can just cause a PID. Anyways, yeah. I just feel like I'm saying letters. I don't know. What's that? Okay. So yeah, it can spread up inside me and internally. This hurts tremendously. Blah, blah, blah. A hot iron rod. Okay. If I... Oh, so my page is like a photocopy, so I'm trying to like read what, let's see, if I don't take, okay, if I don't take medication for it right away, it will just get worse and keep spreading each time my stress or anxieties rise to higher levels. My body is way more prone to getting a breakout as well. Sometimes they can last for 2 to 3 weeks. Before the accident, motorcycle accident, if you missed the first couple talks, I was able to keep most of my anxieties and worries down to where I was not getting many breakouts each year. But now, after the accident, my anxieties have compounded and are triggered by many more things now, and it's harder to calm them down in time before my body breaks down and my immune system can't fight it anymore, and I will get a breakout. Yeah, I'll do I keep talking about this? One sec. Yeah, no, okay, so I'll pause there for a second. So yeah, like with the genital herpes thing, and I would suggest go back and watch Talk 12 and the Breaking the Stigma, and I talk a lot about that and like how I've kept it at bay basically and worked on it. But I'll just quickly mention a couple things. One, keep your stress levels down and don't, I'm talking to my future self too, but like don't dwell on things. Like don't worry about things. And then something I heard this morning from another talk from this other lady, I can't remember her last name, but Lori is her first name, and she was doing a talk about something that was saying like, don't like plan so far in the future that you're like worried and stressed about like, if it's got to happen this way and this is my plan, this, like, to the point, like, still like look forward and look ahead, but don't be so focused on like what's going to happen next, what's the big picture, what's this, because you're missing the moment. You're missing living in that moment right there. And so like and literally she's right, like you're giving so much energy and stress to that your in moment self is like, I'm failing, I need you right now, like what's happening, like, because then it's panicking because that is so looking forward to like some future that you have no control over, and you don't even know if it's possible to happen. You can still have hopes and dreams, but like when you put way too much energy into like that, And so I don't know, it just kind of hit me this morning when she said that, and I was like, wow, that's so crazy and stuff. Like, just getting too enraptured in like, what's the big picture? What's gonna happen? What's coming? Like, oh my gosh, like da, da, and trying to prepare and trying to plan and trying to focus like on like all that. No, like breathe, live in the moment, just calm down. Because when you are calm and living in that moment, you're not stressed, you're not worried, and you're not getting a breakout. So like that's one thing that's just calm yourself and within yourself, because it keeps my breakouts away, and it's really nice and it works. And then another thing too is I always pack a lot of like lysine vitamins into me if I'm around a breakout or near a breakout, or I just finished or during, or I can feel one coming on because of a back pain or something. Then I take a bunch of lysine. But I've learned that apparently eggs and beans and pork is like a powerhouse for lysine. So like pork apparently is a super powerhouse, and then having like eggs and beans in the morning is a super powerhouse as well of lysine. So I was like, wow, that's really cool, because sometimes I have that for breakfast and I didn't even know that. So I'm like preventing a breakout. So anyways, really cool. So we'll continue on. I also get extremely bad vehicle anxiety and cannot even ride in a car for a short time without getting all worked up and panicky over all the scary possibilities that might be in harm's way again. What might put me in harm's way again. Interesting, yeah, because I right there what I was just saying, like stop worrying about is what is out of your control, because that motorcycle accident again was out of my control. I couldn't have called that was going to happen, so like it happened, and like okay, move on. But what I'm doing here is I'm hanging on to that fear, and I'm like, what's going to happen next, what's going to happen next? And my vehicle anxiety was so bad, I would like hang on to the car and just and I'd have to like look out the window, and like I couldn't like look, and I was just like, oh my goodness, like yeah, it was so bad. There's times too with, even to this day with my man, I have to like, nope, I'm not controlling your driving, you're doing fine, you're a 1,000-year truck driver experience, you're fine. Like, you know, you're good. Like, and so I have to like calm myself down. But it's like a million times better than it was here. But yeah, don't worry about what's out of your control. Live in your moment, and yeah, like you'll be blown away with what you can do within that moment, because your future takes care of itself. Okay. I feel so fragile that another accident would kill me. That's why, yeah, what could put me in possibilities that may put me in harm's way again, because I feel so fragile that another accident would kill me. I have trouble staying calm, breathing properly, and even start crying from my anxiety getting so bad. Even loud noises like vehicle brakes screeching, a car horn, sirens, a dog barking, even a loud door slam or loud music can trigger my anxiety and also bring on more severe fibro joint pains, making my endo pains flare up suddenly, giving me period-like cramps, and also massive chest pain and constriction. Oh my gosh, so like from a door slamming, suddenly my fibro flares up. I suddenly have like endo pain that feels like cramps, and massive chest pain and constriction. That's crazy. This massive life-altering anxiety escalation has only manifested itself since the accident happened 2 years ago. This severe anxiety I'm now going through has also brought on an unwanted bad self-harming habit that I've been struggling so badly to quit, yet cannot seem to at all. After the accident, my anxieties have become so bad that I subconsciously will pick at my sores on my face, scarring it. A normal pimple or zit will show up, and instead of leaving it alone and letting it heal and go away naturally, I now have this urge to pick it, and to the point of bleeding. Then when it's starting to heal again, I scab again. I'm urged, unwantingly, I pick at it again and again and again, till where it grows larger and more sore. I need to put tape over it to stop myself sometimes, and then later I'm left with these horrible, ugly scars all over my face for a long time. This has also majorly added to my depression, and now I hate looking at myself in the mirror now and don't feel pretty or good about myself. I feel really good about myself now. And I remember that, like, it was hard, man. Like, and I recently have still, like, gone through feelings like that. Like, I had a couple weeks ago, like, my face was really bad, and it was just, it's hard to go around people. It's hard to just, like, act like they don't see it. Like, and I've had a few people say, like, all I see is your eyes. And I'm like, thank you. Like, that's so beautiful. But, like, it's hard when, like, because there's no shirt for your face. Like, I think Bill Burr said that. But, like, it's so true. Like, you can only put so much makeup on. And then it would hurt to put so much makeup on my face. And I couldn't. Like, some days I'm like, fuck it. Like, I just have to look like this. And I have no say because I cannot put makeup on my face or so bad. And yeah, it was horrible. Like, I was just pick and pick. But that's interesting. I'm saying that it's after the accident. Like, because I didn't know when it started. I was trying to pinpoint that. And I, as a kid and growing up, my sisters and my mom and everybody, like, we all pick, like, the edges of our thumbs and fingers like that. And we'll do that as, like, an anxiety tick. So I don't know, like, when it switched up to my face and I just picked my face like crazy. But apparently in here it's saying that it was, like, after the motorcycle accident. So that's interesting, that kind of, because, like, I literally landed on my face because I had, like, a jaw full helmet, like, that came down to my jaw, so it protected my face. But my snaps on the helmet are compressed completely. Like, they should be, like, thick, and they're thin. But anyway, so, yeah, who knows what happened there. But anyways, I'm not going to worry about that because that's in the past, and I'm moving forward, and I'm feeling great. But, yeah, super crazy. Way back then, like, I think this was written in, like, the accident I think was in 2016, and then this was written probably in, like, 2018 or earlier, 2015 and 17, something like that. Anyway, so this was either 17 or 18, and then the accident was either 15 or 16. So yeah, like, way back then I've been dealing with this, and now we're at 2024, so that's like 10 years later. I'm still picking my face. Like, that's crazy, right? Like, so that's why, like, for years I've been, like, trying to figure out, like, what is it? And then honestly, I've met a few people that are like, I do it too. I'm like, what? I'm not alone. But, like, how do we stop it? Like, I'm trying to help us all, like, that do it. Like, I'm like, it's such a crazy tick. It's like almost like a demon that takes over, and it's like, I don't fucking care how hard you're trying to not pick, you're gonna pick. Like, and it's so horrible. Like, but it's like within yourself. You're like, this is my own inner demon. Like, what is going on? But anyway, it's like a self-destructive demon. It's really weird. But anyway, moving on. I'm gonna relight and keep going. Where am I at? Okay, not bad. I have to check this time because that time is a little bit hour change still. So it's fun though, because if you have your clock set an hour ahead, you're always like, oh, it's this time. And then you're like, no, wait, it's this time. And then you always gain an hour, like, all day long. Instead of that daylight savings time, it's like every day for us. So we're like sitting on the couch, we look over at the clock, we're like, oh, it's this time. Maybe we should go to bed. Wait, it's only this time. We don't have to. So fun. Yeah. I was gonna say some other things, but I don't remember. I'm like on my show, and I'm like, continue on, Carmela. Okay. We're getting there. We're good. I miss my man. It's just been a long time. Okay. Moving on to, where are we? So yeah, I don't feel pretty or good about myself, and I feel the complete opposite now. I feel super pretty and beautiful and super good about myself, and I just, yeah, it's all thanks to, I thank Bill, because without his, as I'm throwing his card in the car, without his amazing tinctures, I would not be here today. Like, literally, I was ready to end it all over and over and over and over again, like, so many times. And then when it was literally a ultimatum of, you're either going to have your 4th surgery and a full hysterectomy, or give Bill a call and try something new. I was like, okay, fine, I'll do it. Because, like, I just didn't want another surgery. I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, stop ripping stuff out of me. Like, even when you say the endo will still come back after a hysterectomy. Why are we doing a hysterectomy then? Like, do you want to take an arm? Do you want to take a leg? Do you want my head? Like, what? Do you want more of me? Stop. Like, what is actually going on? Oh, wait. you're fucking BiG PharMa. You don't care about me. I am a constant client for you forever and ever as you write me prescription after prescription after prescription. Enough. Bill does not have return clients because it works. And then he's like, bye-bye, have a great life, thank you very much, tell all your friends. Like, you know, literally, like, oh my gosh, like, so yeah, like, I went from, like, the highest regime of, like, he called it a cancer level dosage that he put me on of all the 3 different tinctures he put me on, and I was on that for a couple months, like 2, 3, and then I was like, oh, I'm feeling really good. Like, it started weaning off all my other drugs I was on from BiG PharMa. And then got to a point after like 6 months where I was like, oh my gosh, I barely even need Bill's tinctures anymore. Like, I feel so good. And then, yeah, like, I was like one thing after another peeling off. And to the point where I'm like, I haven't taken tinctures in like weeks. Like, weeks. Like, and I feel great. Like, my body is just keeping up its endocannabinoid system by itself. Because you can do that naturally in small doses by singing, by dancing, by, what are the other ones? Humming. Yeah, there's so many of them. And we learned that at the Unicorn Cup, where you can literally create your own endocannabinoids within your system by just singing and dancing and being happy and joyful. And like, it builds it. Like, that's what I'm saying. Cannabis is built for your body. We have endocannabinoid systems. This is so cool. Like, and if you don't have enough,
Like dopamine.
it's like a dopamine.
It releases it like dopamine.
It releases it like
Really,
dopamine
really, really small amount.
in really, really, really small amounts. So yeah, really cool. But yeah, it's just, cannabis is such a beautiful thing. And if you don't know enough about it and you're still off about it, or you still have a stigma about it, maybe get rid of that. Like, why? Why are you so mad at it? Look what it has done. Like, I think you've just been told wrong. I think you've just been believing wrong, because yeah, we've been lied to about a lot of things. So like, oh my gosh, hang on. There's more. Okay. I was gonna say, or maybe I should just stop there, because I love that I stopped at, I don't feel pretty or good about myself, and I super do. So I think I'm just gonna leave it there, because otherwise I'm just gonna get into more, and then it's gonna turn to the next page, and I'd just rather stop there. So that's literally exactly almost a full page from there to there from yesterday, or yesterday, last show. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it there, because that's super beautiful. And I want you all to love yourselves and feel good about yourselves. And if you're not there yet, oh my gosh, I know what that feels like. And I was not there before. And then I even have done a few shows about growing into my divine feminine and learning about divine mother and like beautiful creator and the divine within you and how beautiful you are as a human being and your soul and your capabilities and your powers and your energies. And there's so much to know and so much to learn and so much beauty out there and so much to live for. So like, number one, I'm just so happy I'm still here, and it did not end at all, because instead I called Bill and I made that choice and it worked. And I just want to share that with all of you as like my gift to all of you of like, this helped my life. It can help yours, I swear. Like, it is amazing, and you need to get in touch with him. So anyways, I will end with that. Call Bill, because he's amazing. And 250-977-5785. He is a cannabis health consultant. He's got a master's in cannabis, and he's apprentice ganjier. It works with Cannabis for Children International and Doctors for Cannabis Regulations, which is CFCI and DFCR. Anyways, love you all so much. Again, I usually try to do this at the end. Sometimes I forget, but MoochiThreads, my fashion line. If you guys want anything designed or created or, even altered, I'm doing alterations right now. But yeah, I love to design crazy things and fun stuff. I work with a lot of vintage fabrics, and so I am vintage redefined, one of a kind. Everything's one of a kind. And so I don't really do duplicates, and everything's unique and fun. And then still do CMWphoto if you need anything photography-wise, whatever, graphic design, animations. I'm really into that world right now. It's really fun. But yeah, let me know. I can do that for you. And then, of course, my AquarimumServices. If you want a fish tank set up or anything done fish-related, freshwater, I can help you with that. I've got 17 years freshwater fish experience. And just absolutely adore my fishies and my fish world. And on my past few talks, I was like, talking about my fishies. So anyways, I'll leave that for another time again. But yeah, I super love my life and what I'm doing and all the things I can do. Like, I have 3 side little hustles, and then my job, which is almost full time this week. I was like there 5 days a week, and it was a really good week and busy and fun. And I'm at the end of Saturday, and I'm still full of energy. So look at me go. Literally cured by cannabis. Thank you so much, Bill, and I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful evening and the rest of your weekend. We'll see you next time, and have a good one. Bye bye.